All right. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. I said quiet. Thank you. Um, we are currently filming episode 12 of the Super Banter Bros. Bring out the primary talent, the masked luchador himself, Senor Donut, and the other dingle hopper, Grandpa Patrizio. Bring him out. Bring him out. Okay,
N-
good.
No
And action.
pictures. No pictures. No pictures, please.
he says with video being one of our formats. This
I know.
guy. This guy. Anyway, welcome to episode 12 of the Super Banter Bros. You already know who we are through the cheesy intro. Super Banter Bro, Senor Donut, and I am Super Banter Bro, Grant Patrizio. Yeah, let's start this episode the way we start most of our episodes. My favorite don't. Oh,
Before
never
we
mind.
do, I have a
Donut,
I have
take
a
the floor.
lore I have a lore question for you.
Lore question. Okay.
So, we are the Super Banter Brothers,
Right.
but do we need something to make us super? Are we just normally Banter Brothers? And then do we consume something to become super or touch something to become super, or are we just Super Banter Brothers the entire time?
Hey yo, that is a matter of perspective. Um, just because of our storied history together, we've been banter bros for years. But now that we are actually harnessing its power to hopefully entertain people, that's what makes us super, I think. That and our bond and bringing this together, but that's a hunk of cheese. So if you want to say that there's a power up somewhere that we get from a box or a TV monitor or pick up on the ground somewhere that makes us super, like your mask for example, um that could be what makes us super too. Or maybe
Mhm.
that's a question for the comments to figure out and maybe drop some lore for us that way. Just an
Let
idea.
let's have the fan base create lore for us.
Because why not, you know? It's a way to actually talk to the people who listen and decide to support us.
That's very
Like
true.
like besides, it'd be fun to see what y'all come up with as far as the Banter Bros lore in the context of the internet specifically, outside of our storied IRL history.
I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good.
Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled beginning of the episode. My favorite donut. What have you been playing lately?
So, it's been a while since we've recorded.
That's
It's been a
true.
couple of weeks due to personal, reasons, IRL stuff, just general malaise and whatnot. Uh, so I've been playing a lot of different things.
Okay.
I wrapped up playing Ghost Trick, which was
Oh,
Ghost Trick
yeah.
Phantom Detective on stream, which had a fantastic ending. And I'm not going to lie, I shed a couple of tears because it was a very moving ending. And just
I think I saw
discovering,
those on that stream.
yeah, just discovering the ending, how everything tied together was fantastic. And I really appreciated that game for what it was, how frustrating some of the puzzles were, and all that. It was great. If you have not played Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, which originally came out on the 3DS, sorry, the DS, the Nintendo DS,
Mm,
not the 3DS,
mhm.
um, I would recommend you play it if you could find it, or if you have Steam, you can download the remaster of it on Steam and play that game. It's fantastic. I have started playing on stream now. I've gotten back into Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing New Horizons, to be exact. This game, uh, during the pandemic, at the height of the pandemic, is when everybody
Mhm.
and their mom was playing it
Except me for
because
some reason.
yeah, because it was a way to connect to other people without actually being in their vicinity. You
Right.
could go to their island, you could visit villagers who had their own distinct personalities. You could buy things, you could farm together, you could fish together. You could do all of those things. And then the pandemic kind of ended and you now have people that either kept with it or just left it behind because, hey, I can go outside and hang out with friends and such. I was one of the latter. There are people
Yep.
that have continued playing it since it came out, and they have amassed fortunes of bells. They have amassed tons of different content. Um, and it's kind of wild to see the disparity between the haves and have-nots in Animal Crossing because I had a lot of stuff and then I stopped playing for 3 years, and instead of, picking up back where I started on my island, I decided to start over.
Oh,
And
man.
playing games like Stardew Valley, which is also a very cozy, farm simulator game, with sense of community and other, aspects to it, um, that game spoiled me in terms of timing because I had forgotten that Animal Crossing is played in real time, meaning that if something is going to be ready tomorrow, it actually means real
Tomorrow.
life tomorrow. So in Stardew Valley, you can just go to sleep and then your stuff is ready and worked on, and that's how time progresses in that game. In Animal Crossing, there is no such way to, push forward, stuff unless you
Mhm.
time travel,
I was about to
which
mention time traveling.
which I don't know, is it might be frowned upon, might not be, I don't know, it depends. For me personally, I don't like to time travel, um, just because that could mess up other things on my system, and I
Yep.
don't wanna deal with that.
Fair.
So, I do
Fair.
not time travel, and I have been playing this game for a little over a week, maybe 2 weeks, getting close to 2 weeks now, where I'm streaming for maybe half of the stream playing Animal Crossing, doing my daily things like finding my money tree spot, hitting my rocks for materials, finding my message in a bottle on the beach, and then doing other tasks that criminal Tom Nook has requested of me. Um, but going back to my point about the haves and the have-nots in Animal Crossing, one of my friends, who is also one of my mods, who goes by Places Please, uh, they have been going with their island, uh, for, since the pandemic's, ended.
Right.
So they have been continually playing this game, taking a small break, and then picking it up again because I picked it up again. And I needed money to upgrade my house. And she was like, "I got you." Literally gave me millions of bells, which is not even a piss in a bucket for her. So,
Wow.
I have fully upgraded my house. I'm in the process of upgrading the rest of my storage. I'm buying everything that I can, to, get things going on that. So, I'm, like, about 2 weeks in, but my island is already so advanced. My house is already fully, decked out with the extra rooms and storage. I'm just now working on my museum and getting my museum set up how I had it before, which is having all of the fish, all of the
Yep.
critters, all of
Yep.
the museum pieces, the art pieces, the fossils, and all of that. So, yeah, I only have right now 4 villagers, one of which I want to get rid of already because
Wow, that's fast.
I know. I already have a sheep villager, and I don't want repeats of sheep villagers. So,
Do you have
that's the
something against
reason.
sheep villagers? Are they too sheepish for
No.
you?
No, it's just I want a diverse community with a
Ah,
bunch of different kinds of,
animals.
creatures and animals. But I might be breaking my rule already because another streamer friend of mine, Ashagod, has a very sought after squirrel by the name of, What was the name of that squirrel?
So sought after, he forgot its name.
Exactly. I was gonna say Raymond, but that's the cat that everybody was, like, searching for during the pandemic. Do you know how crazy that search got? People were asking for real money to get a digital character to move to their island. They were making backdoor deals with, "Hey, I will give you so and so bells. I will give you so many Nook Miles tickets if you let me recruit Raymond to my island." So many people were looking to get this character on their island that it was kind of ridiculous to behold.
I mean, speaking of Animal Crossing ridiculousness, and again, I'm like one of the only people in the world that didn't pick up the game at any phase of the process. But I heard from you and several others that there is apparently a turnip stock market.
Yes, there
I
is
believe it's
a
called
turnip.
stonks.
The I think it is called stock because
Oh, it's
stock
just
and,
stock. Okay.
turnips, stocks and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
But the stock market in real life and in Animal Crossing is, jokingly referred to as the stonk market because
Mm.
stonks go up or they go down, right?
Yep.
On Sundays, you can buy turnips, and then on Monday through Saturday, you have 2 different, times where your prices will fluctuate. You'll have a morning price and you'll have an evening price, and you can buy turnips at whatever price they're sold at and hope that they sell
For
for
more
a
than you
lot
bought them.
more. Exactly. I had another, friend of mine, Derp Critic on Twitch, who bought 1,000 turnips on Sunday, and then on Thursday sold their turnips for 650 bells a pop, and I believe they bought them for 50 bells.
Wow.
So, they got a
Dang.
pretty hefty return on their investment.
Yeah, they
Um
did.
But besides that, like I said, I'm splitting my time between playing Animal Crossing and then I'm jumping into a game I've never played before, but have always wanted to, which is starting off my play every Pokemon game that I have not played, which is playing Pokemon Leaf Green.
Ooh,
So I am playing through
nice.
Pokemon Leaf Green. Chat decided that I should get the Charmander as the starter. And
Okay.
apparently, that's the hardest. That's like playing on hard mode because the first two gyms, which are the rock gym and
Yep.
the water gym,
Yep.
are very anti fire.
With in Fire Red and Leaf Green specifically, says the sentient Pokedex. Um Charmander learns Metal Claw at level 13 in those games. And they did that specifically to make Brock less of a challenge. Because in the original Red and Blue, Charmander had no such luck. And Charmander players would have to like catch a Mankey if they were playing yellow, or a Butterfree, or level their Charmander up to 20 and evolve it already just to get past Brock in a way that didn't feel so stressful you'd pull out your hair.
Mm.
So it's yeah. Even with the Metal Claw buff, Charmander is still the hard mode of the Kanto games.
I lost to Brock. My first challenge, I was the fucking cock of the walk. I was cocky as shit. I stepped into that gym, destroyed his subordinates using Metal Claw, and then took arms up against Brock. And I was thinking it would be okay. No, my Metal Claw was effective, but I was one level below his Onyx, and
Okay.
I was taken out because it used Rock Tomb and destroyed me.
Oh
Every
my
single
god.
Pokemon that I took out got demolished by that Onyx. I had to find a Mankey, level it up to get low kick, and that's how I beat Brock.
Yeah, that is a common strategy for both yellow and all future Kanto releases with Fire Red, Leaf Green, the Let's Go games on Switch. Low kick is the key to Onyx. Or, starting with a not Charmander, but That
But
doesn't
yeah,
apply to your chat's choice for you.
nope.
Also, if I remember correctly, on a past episode, we were able to confirm that you were a Charmander boy by default. So,
I guess, yeah, yeah. But, I took on Misty the last stream, and I got
yep.
demolished because they used Water Pulse and took out all of my Pokemon. Every single one. I came in there just like I came in with Brock, using my Pikachu, which I've called PA Jam because it stands for
Oh,
pineapple jam, and, came in, took everybody out with Thundershock until it came time to take on the Staryu. I took out the Starmie, but not the Staryu. The Staryu took me
wait.
out.
The Star U comes first. Did they swap into Star Me
Never
to
mind. Reverse that, because I
Okay,
don't know
so
Pokemon.
took out the Star U, then the Star Me, which is weirdly powerful for the second gym. Just spam Water Pulse and got it.
Just took everyone out, and
Got it.
that's where I left off. So, that's what I'm playing for stream right now, which is a mixture of Animal Crossing and Pokemon Leaf Green, my first playthrough of, Leaf Green. And off stream, I've been really into this game called, what is it? Uh, Ball X Pit? Ball Cross Pit, basically. It is a game that is, um, kind of like, what is it called? Arachnid or Arachnoid, or Breakout. You remember that
Hmm.
game where, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
throw a
yeah.
ball and do that thing? This
Hit the blocks
game
up top with the paddle down below. Don't let the ball go
exactly.
beneath the paddle. Got it.
Yes, but instead of a paddle and a single ball, you're a character that is throwing these balls out at angles. And I say balls because you upgrade your arsenal throughout the run. It's kind of a roguelike, it's kind of a farming sim as well, because you have a town that you build and expand over the course of the game. And as you expand it and get new blueprints, you unlock new characters and new abilities and all this other stuff. And these balls, they fuse together and create new balls.
Hmm.
So you have a vampiric ball that fuses with a dark ball and it creates the vampire lord. Or you have a earth ball that pairs together with a cell ball and it creates a jungle overgrowth. And each of these have different abilities that
Hmm.
tie together and do different things. And it's a very fun game, just to play around with. I'll have to show it to you later, but that's what I've been playing off stream
Gotcha.
specifically, replacing Megabonk.
Mega Bonk was a fun era, wasn't it?
It was. What have you been playing?
Well, I guess I'll follow your lead and start with on stream. Part of it is continuing my quest to complete every single Kingdom Hearts game before Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out in the year 2050. We'll see how
Yeah,
that
right?
goes. Um Another part of it is finally trying Wario World for the first time
Oh,
because
yeah, I saw you play that.
yeah. Back when I had a GameCube, I'd always wanted to play that game, but never got around to getting it in that era. Then NSO added it to the GameCube collection. I'm like, why not? Let's play it. Um, somebody in my a streaming chat buddy, Rumble Roar, came in and is like, Wario World, more like Wario, where do I go? Which is
Seriously.
very true.
That game does
um,
not give you anything to go off of. It just,
it
like,
really
drops you in the
doesn't.
world.
Literally, it's like story cutscene about how one of Wario's treasures made the rest of his treasure stockpile corrupted by an evil force, drops you into mystical hub world with 4 gates. And because I try to like plan out my streams and the structure of them, how long I visit each game, etc. Um, so I looked into how long Wario World was. It's 8 levels and 4 boss fights, and that's it. Like, it is a short game in terms of stage count. But because it does not tell you where to go or what to do with anything, and you're just flailing, that's why it might take so long to actually beat it. Charles Martinet's Wario voicing in that game, just it's pretty iconic though.
Mm.
So if you like Wario being a silly person, play that game for the voice clips and be willing to piece your way through it a stage or two at a time, even though there aren't that many stages. Um,
How many of the, Kingdom Hearts games have you gotten through?
I am working on Kingdom Hearts 2 right now,
Okay.
and I back in the day before I got my gaming PC and all that, I beat Kingdom Hearts 1 on its hardest difficulty with all of the secret bosses, and I beat Chain of Memories on its hardest difficulty, both Sora and Riku's stories, and that's the first time I'd ever beaten Chain of Memories. Like
Oh,
live
wow.
on stream was the first time I ever beat it.
Was that the GBA version or was that the
It was the HD version on the HD collections, which,
mm,
if I may say, having 3D movement is what makes that game playable because you can actually devise strategic combat around the bigger enemies whose entire front side is treated like armor rather than the 2D sprites because all they have to do on the GBA is one frame flip around to thwart your attacks rather than actually being able to use 3D space to psych them out and hit them in the back more than once before they
mm,
turn around again.
gotcha.
It tried to get me to beat that game on the GBA. It something tells me I don't think it's happening. Um, I'm still trying to work out the finer details of that series though, because if I'm going by the HD collection playable games, I miss a couple. 358 over 2 days, which was only playable on the Nintendo DS, and Recoded, which was also only playable on the Nintendo DS. From what
Mm,
I hear, fan projects are trying to make these games somehow playable on only one screen, which, if there is a way to play those complete versions before Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out in 20, then I will gladly do it. But right now, I'm just going all of the playable games on the HD collections in the lead up to Kingdom Hearts 4 with,
gotcha.
hardest difficulties, DLCs, final mixes, just getting everything canonically played on stream as best I can before Kingdom Hearts 4.
Gotcha.
And I think in Kingdom Hearts 2 right now, I am in the lead up to the Battle of a Thousand Heartless, which is like one of the
Oh,
most
yeah, yeah, yeah.
popular moments in that game.
That was a
So,
pretty cool moment. I remember that one.
yeah. Outside of those two games, much like you, I am taking a trip down memory lane, sort of, and playing through a Kanto-based Pokemon game. But I'm playing the fan-developed Pokemon Infinite Fusion, where the gimmick is you can fuse any two Pokemon together via the canonic in series item DNA splicers. Depending on the Pokemon you fuse, you can get some really powerful stuff, some really silly stuff, um, type combinations that you don't normally see. And I actually streamed a playthrough of it a long time ago. But now that the game's updated a lot, you can start a new game plus and turn on a randomizer setting, which allows you to shuffle the Pokemon in the wild, the trainer's Pokemon, the items you pick up on the ground, the items available in Pokemarts, the
Mm.
gym leader's Pokemon type specialties.
Oh,
So, as you were walking in all cocky to fight Brock the Rock Specialist, I was kind of trepidatiously walking in to fight Brock the Psychic type Specialist,
whoa.
right? My starter was a Trico fused with a Ralts named Treats. Just a fusion of the names Trico and Ralts.
Sure.
Um, But because I picked a new game plus and started this run, I didn't know that I would be getting baby versions of the fusions from my original game save. So
Mm.
in my PC, and I had no idea until I checked it randomly. Chat opted to have me do that. That I had a level 5 fusion of Zapdos and Articuno just sitting in there. A level 5 fusion with Entei and Moltres. So as I've been playing through the game, trying to develop my team and have some fun with it, uh, I also got to Cerulean City after my
Mhm.
last stream of it, which was my second stream of the game. Chat decided, hey, go through your box and try to make some creative legendary fusions to try to add some variety to your team. I did have to defuse a few Pokemon I got attached to.
Oh.
Treats is no longer a Trico Ralts. I had a Misdreavus Dratini named Nintendo because I got that one in a trade. Um, but now my current team is a Rayquaza Ralts, which is a Dragon Fairy type. A
Mm.
it's a Grovyle Dratini, which is a Grass Dragon type.
Okay.
I fused a Pikachu and a Zapdos,
I don't
named named Pikados.
I don't
It
even know what that
actually
would look
looks more.
like.
It's basically a Zapdos with Pikachu's eyes, ears, and cheeks. Oh, and its Thunderbolt tail. So I fused the Misdreavus that made up Nintendo with an Articuno, um, which can still evolve into Miss Magius. So we'll see if that one gets a new sprite. I kept from my original team a Poliwag Munchlax fusion named
Mhm.
Bubble Bass because it was a
Nice.
Snorlax Politoad and it just chunky boy takes any hits at all. And then this one I think you'd like. I caught a Machop Halucha fusion early in the adventure, so I
Ooh.
defused that one and fused the Halucha with my Entei. So I have
Ooh.
a Halucha Entei fusion as my sixth Pokemon.
I gotta hop by your stream and check out your Pokemans.
Yes, all of my crazy fusions.
I
Some of them look very well articulated. Some of them are kind of RNG generated, but the entire game is made by the fans. So some custom Pokemon may not have the well drawn articulated sprites yet just because they haven't been requested or gotten to. There is a Discord server where you could actually make those requests. And I was invited to it on my first stream of the game because someone who had contributed sprites to the game hopped by and we started talking about it. And I haven't engaged with that Discord much, but I have found where I can make those submissions.
gotcha.
So,
I just
yeah.
imagine some of those fusions being like, "Father, kill me. Kill me, Father. Why was I created?"
Oh god. I mean, some of them probably are, but, and this is a bit of a punny moment I am very proud of. I saw on TikTok a a compilation of fusions featuring the Pokemon Miltank, which is round pink cow, basically.
Sure.
Um, One of the fusions, because this is possible in the game, is fusing a Pokemon with another of itself from the same species to effectively get a double fusion of that same Pokemon.
Oh
So when
gosh.
I saw Miltank fusing with Miltank, what they did was what the sprite did anyway was it basically made a really tall Miltank with a bunch of udders, just like 12 udders tall. And when I saw that, I had to make the comment because I love me a good pun. That double mill tank is utterly ridiculous. Tell me why that's still getting likes to this day. I don't understand.
It's a
People
great
cringe at the
comment.
people cringe at the puns, but then when they see it online, oh, we'll support it here. Um Anyway, the fusions like that are also possible because referencing my original run again, I also caught a double Swinub, which had two pig noses and four closed eyes, and a double Mankey, which had, I believe, four arms, four eyes, and a single nose. And somebody in chat had me name it Kaiju Kong because of its appearance.
Wow.
Um, yeah. So you can fuse Pokemon with themselves, other species, some look very good and cooperate well type wise. Some are cursed. It really depends on the Pokemon you get. Now I'm trying to imagine one of the most accursed fusions I can think of. And why do Miltank, Mr. Mime, and Hypno come to mind when it comes to fusion materials for those? I have
Can you
no idea why.
fuse 3 Pokemon together?
From what I've heard, I've never gotten to anywhere in the game that confirms it outright. But from what I've heard, the starter trios and legendary trios have triple fusion options. So you can
Oh,
fuse the legendary birds or the Kanto starters, but only those select trios. And
gotcha,
that's actually a new dimension of the plot of the game where Team Rocket isn't just trying to catch Pokemon to be evil crime syndicate, they're trying to develop a triple fusion technology to spread to the masses to use to beat evil crime syndicate that uses Pokemon to take over the world. So eventually you unlock the capability on a limited scope from what
gotcha,
from what I've heard.
gotcha.
Um that's basically what I've been playing on stream. And off stream, I've honestly just been tooling around a little bit in Legends ZA to prepare myself for my next on stream shiny hunt, which is I'm hoping to be Latias. And I was until the server has been going through seemingly um indefinite server maintenance. It's a game called Ace Craft Sky Hero. And it's basically Cuphead visual aesthetic
Okay.
meets top-down air shooter like Gradius or Galaga.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mhm. And, like, I saw the art style, I saw the gameplay, I'm like, "I really wanna give this a shot." I
Mhm.
did, and shortly after I downloaded it, when I was streaming Sonic Rumble back in that era, somebody came to my stream, mentioned the game, and apparently Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Tom and Jerry, like the Tom and Jerry, were all event characters that you could unlock in that game. Really
Okay.
leaning into the rubber hose old cartoons aesthetic,
Yeah, yeah.
which kind of bummed that I missed those, but and hopefully once the indefinite server maintenance ends, they might come back. Firstly, I have to hope the game comes back, but when it does, hoping, maybe I could also get Bugs Bunny for that game because that would just be, I don't know, it'd be fitting for me.
So, in terms of platform, it sounds like it might be a mobile game?
It is. It's a mobile
Mm,
game. Um, a lot of my off-stream gaming has been mobile games these days because a lot of the
interesting.
games that have, I've either done all the recent stuff with online components, I can only take shiny hunting prep for so long, or it's Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I had to correct my brain before I did that um word mix up again. Um that game because I am just it's at a difficulty spike and my gaming pride will not let me put it on easy mode. So I'm trying to
That
figure
is
out how
fair.
to overcome that wall, and it's just very intimidating in terms of starting that process.
What act are you in?
I want to say I'm in Act 2 where initial main male protagonist um is no longer in the party and replaced by another character which introduces yet another battle mechanic related to countering. And I'm just like, I am on Team Dodge, dang it. Why are you trying to force this on me? Come
Because
on,
it is
game.
so satisfying when you get it done.
But I don't want to die over and over again just for one glimpse of satisfaction. I want to be able to not feel like a scrub on the game's base difficulty. This is the kind of reason why I never will touch a Souls game. Like,
Then
I
get
tried them.
good, Grant. Get good.
Ugh. Ugh. You just had to use the alliteration there too, didn't you?
It
Um,
did.
Oh my god. But yeah, uh I'm kind of I'm kind of waiting for my own baby's first cozy game to come out, which will be Pokopia, which is like Animal Crossing but for Pokemon.
Mm.
So maybe if my solo experience with that game goes well, it might open the door to other solo um cozy farming simulator s games. Uh, like our buddy, the dandiest time of Dave's, who also works on the show behind the scenes. Shout outs to him. He has been pushing me to get into Disney Dreamlight Valley just because Winnie the Pooh characters are slowly, finally getting added. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Like the
One
idea
of us,
Mm.
one of us.
We shall see. I have decided that Pocopia will be my first. And if I find myself attached and coming back to it, then it will be time to give others another shot. Like, just like I used to do with food back when I was a kid, I will be taking a no thank you bite of that genre with Pocopia. And if it satisfies, then I'll try others.
Well,
But speaking of satisfying media, to transition to today's topic, 36 minutes into the episode. Um, we aim today to talk about video game adaptations. We're going to try to stick to just on screen adaptations because if we include comics, we could be here all day. But on screen video game adaptations, which is like movies, TV shows, anime, anything across that spectrum.
mhm. It is a very, very broad topic, considering
Yes.
considering that there is so much more now than there ever was in the past.
And the stuff
Um,
now is actually like it actually tries to pay attention to the source material to engage with the longtime fans who love it.
and keeping with that theme right there, let's take a little jump back in time, to the year when the Super Mario Brothers movie originally hit theaters
It's funny
with
you say take a jump back to that era to the Mario Bros movie where Mario was afraid of jumping. Why did Nintendo let them get away with that? His name is Jumpman for Pete's sake.
we had Bob Hoskins as Mario, and we had John Leguizamo, who I love as an actor. Same with Bob Hoskins, uh,
As
who
Luigi.
was Luigi. And
So would his name in that movie be John Louis Guizamo? Or is that a bit of a
stop,
stretch?
stop that. Get out of here.
Episode over?
Yeah. Apparently in this movie, they made it known that Mario's last name is Mario. So his name is Mario, and Luigi is
Is
Luigi
Luigi
Mario,
Mario. And that's still canon, apparently, because in a recent interview in, I believe, the 2010s relating to a video game Mario project, uh, when asked about that, Miyamoto effectively confirmed the notion.
which is just ridiculous.
I know, right?
I just thought it was a joke because, hey, we don't really know too much about this because in the movie, they don't treat it as, respectfully, I guess, as it should have been treated. It was just a cash grab, so you had it wasn't Dennis Hopman, was it? It was, I forget who played Bowser, but
Oh, yeah.
Bowser was not Bowser. He was this, CEO executive. They tried to, do like um, a steampunkish kind of Mario Brothers movie, where these 2 plumbers from New York made it into this world where this huge corporation, Bowser Corp, is running the city, the Mushroom Kingdom, as a dictatorship with its own Goomba
Not to
squad.
interrupt, I just looked
Mhm.
up the cast of that original film. Dennis Hopper
Dennis
is,
Hopper, that's what it
not
was.
even credited as Bowser. The character in that movie is named, President King Koopa.
Yes, yes, because, it was Bowser was known as Koopa back then, King Koopa.
Koopa is Bowser's Japanese name even to this day, actually.
Yes. When did they rename Koopa into Bowser?
It feel like my first exposure to it was when we were playing Mario when Mario 64 came out. But
Yeah,
for
that's what
all
I
we
recall.
know,
Same thing with
instruction
Princess
manuals
Peach.
could yeah. It was originally
Toadstool
her name was
before.
Princess Toadstool,
Mhm.
and in the OG Mario movie, it's not even Peach at all. It's Daisy. The princess is Daisy.
You're right, you're right.
Um, but yeah, uh, Toadstool being named Peach and Koopa being Bowser. I think that was in Mario 64, at least spoken and um confirmed more or less.
Mhm, mhm.
But maybe instruction manuals of past games might have done it, and I just don't know.
Yeah, yeah. This is just our knowledge of our lives, not like looking
Right.
anything up. So take
Right.
everything with a grain of salt. Trust but verify, right?
Indeed.
Um, so shortly after that movie came out, we had other video game movies trying to cash in.
Mhm.
And remember, we're not doing a deep dive into any of these franchises, movies, whatever. We're kind of just glossing over what we remember.
And
Um,
how it affected us back then and now.
yes. Uh, w- which one in your mind came first, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter?
You mean the game or the movie?
The movie.
I heard about Mortal Kombat first. But I want to say factually Street Fighter came first?
Don't know. Don't know. But this it wasn't a question to get you to
It wasn't
remember.
it wasn't a
It,
quiz, got it. I
no,
was
was
not
not a
being
quiz.
tested. Good. I suck at test taking.
So, I remember going to the theater for the I wanna say this was one of my, 2nd experiences in a theater, I think?
Mhm.
Or I back in the day, I didn't go to many movie theaters. The first movie that I ever saw in theaters was Batman Returns, which was a
Ooh.
really awesome movie. Um
Yeah.
I remember watching that movie, with my neighbors. Their mom had taken them and had invited me to go, and I was so excited. And then I was invited to go watch Mortal Kombat with my friend and his family of like 7 siblings and mom and dad. And I remember like panicking because we were gonna be late and missing the movie and running, like, as soon as we got parked, running ahead to try to get to the movie theater, and their parents being super pissed at me because I was, running ahead and whatnot. Um, but I remember watching that movie and dude, that movie was so amazing as a kid because it had the kung fu, it had the action, it
Yep.
had the swear words, in it and everything, and I was like, "Yes, this is fucking Mortal Kombat. This is what I wanted to see as a kid."
Yep.
And, I dude, one of the things that I'm reminded most of during, thinking about Mortal Kombat now is the cool fight scenes, sure, but more than that, it's the fucking fight soundtrack. The fight soundtrack to that movie when you were watching it and you were watching the fight between Liu Kang and Reptile, that fucking banger is
Oh, man.
so good. Like, listen to it. Go onto YouTube, watch that fight, and listen to the fucking music because it is a bop. It is a banger. It is certified, uh, amazing. So, listen to it. Just do it. Do yourself the favor. Listen to that song and tell me that I'm a liar because you can't. You won't be able to tell me I'm a liar because it's that good. I remember that movie and I remember that song specifically. The other stuff was cool,
Yeah.
but that amazing.
That
Oh,
made it for you, didn't it?
oh, yeah, and then the line by Johnny Cage, "Those were $500 glasses, asshole," as he's fighting Goro. Oh, so good. So
So
good.
like, so cheesy, so campy, but exactly what you expected, exactly
Yeah,
what you wanted.
and it was completely, different than the Mario movie, not just because of the source material, but
Yeah.
also because it kind of treated its material, with a little bit more respect, you know? There
Mhm.
was a fighting tournament, and there was the fate of the world that was tied to this fighting tournament, and they did that in the movie. So, they were tied to the source material, they knew the source material, and they played with it. Same thing with Street Fighter. Street Fighter, albeit was a little bit more, well, a lot more campy, with how it did its things. Um, and its special moves showing up and everything. You had these characters, and God, it was Raul Julia's swan song. Raul
Oh.
Julia, who played, Gomez Adams in the Addams Family, such a talented actor. Three Penny Opera, McKeith, he was in that too. Um, but yeah, such a talented actor that he was. I think he did the movie, and the same thing with Bob Hoskins. Both of those guys, were really talented actors and had a lot of, awards between them. But the only reason that they did these movies was because their children or
Were
nieces or
fans.
whatever, family, no, not their fans, their blood
No.
relatives
Yeah.
wanted them to do these movies.
I would say I meant, when I said that, I meant like their blood relatives were fans and they wanted them to
Yes.
do these movies because they were fans of those things. And they're like, it would be so cool if you did this.
Yeah. Raul Julia did a fantastic job playing M. Bison in that movie, and he was suffering through cancer during it, you
Wow.
know? He he did such a fantastic job playing M. Bison. One of my favorite moments is him, like, talking to Chun-Li, about how the day that, because she's telling him how, how M. Bison invaded her homeland and, destroyed it or whatever, and M. Bison's like, "The day that I blessed your town with my presence must have been the greatest day of your life. But for
But
me,
for me,
it was a Tuesday."
Tuesday.
Such a great fucking line, I swear.
That
And
delivery too.
I
That's what
know,
made it.
right? So good. I've seen that movie multiple times, even now in my, older age, and I still appreciate what it was, which was a campy cash in on Street Fighter.
So that begs the question, what do you think of from what we know so far, what do you
Mhm.
think of the new Street Fighter movie that was announced at the Game Awards recently?
Okay, so I dislike, I dislike the WWE. I've have a
Okay.
lot of different reasons why I dislike the WWE. Um And the fact that there are, I wanna say, 2 WWE wrestlers in this. You
Mhm.
have Cody Rhodes playing Guile, uh you have, I believe what he's called, in as movie credit now, but Roman Reigns. Um, I think it's Joseph, Anoi, I think I totally butchered that pronunciation, but
Okay.
he's playing Akuma. That makes no sense to me in terms of the casting.
Hmm.
Um, but the promotional material looks cool for it. The posters that they have come out and look cool for it. The teaser trailer for it looks extremely campy, like way more than the first movie ever was. But it has these fight scenes that are in it, and
Yep.
it looks like it might be a fun movie to watch.
Okay.
Um, so I'm holding my judgment, but I do want to catch it. Maybe I'll watch it in theaters, but more than likely I'll wait for it to come out on streaming
Got it.
because I'm not sure, as to if I want to spend my money to go watch this movie. Because yes, I do want to support Street Fighter, but I don't wanna watch any, WWE people tied to this movie, because that will make the WWE be like, "Hey, people watched our movie that has our people in it. We need to put more of our people in movies," or whatever.
Mm,
Um,
got
even
it.
though even though it has another, professional wrestler in there from a company that I do support, which is,
Oh.
New Japan Pro Wrestling. Hiroki Goto, who was their champion, of the promotion, I wanna say a couple of months ago, he plays E Honda in this movie.
Hmm.
So, I'm interested um to see him and what he does with it. So, yes, I'm very conflicted on this movie. Um,
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
and they have released, they released Mortal Kombat as well, not too
Okay.
long ago to the point where they're releasing a sequel now. And that
Wow, I
movie, I
missed
think
that.
yeah, I think that movie's do the first Mortal Kombat that they did, the remake was pretty good as far as I remember. It wasn't amazing or anything, but it was serviceable. So, they have all these new video game movies coming out that are treating the source material with more respect and doing
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing, but
Mm-hmm.
also still doing their own thing. What comes to mind is the Sonic movies.
Oh my God, I have so much to say on those, and you are exactly right.
Please,
Exactly right.
carry it
Uh,
away.
Thank you, my favorite donut. Just to, it immediately wanting to respect the source material. And this is something I learned only in the production, in the aftermath of Sonic Movie 3, the one that's an adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2, which features Shadow the Hedgehog. Jeff Fowler, the director of these movies, was actually involved in the Shadow the Hedgehog video game in 2005 and a few other games afterwards. So he
Really?
had that, yeah, and I didn't know that at the time. He had that previous experience with the franchise and its fan base to know that when we're going to call him Ugly Sonic for a moment and put a pin in this. When Ugly Sonic was revealed to be the design for the Sonic movie Sonic, that's why they delayed the fan pushback on the design and how it didn't feel like Sonic at all for a Sonic movie. They're like, okay, we're going to retool the Hedgehog's design. We're going to delay this movie. They hired a fan adored artist that's worked on the franchise for forever now, named Tyson Hess, to
Mhm,
redesign Sonic from the ground up and and they went with Tyson as an artist and an artistic advisor, I believe, or an artistic consultant for any and all Sonic character designs going forward. Which is why you get Tails looking like Tails, Knuckles looking like Knuckles, Shadow looking like Shadow, and in case you still haven't somehow seen Sonic Movie 3, spoilers, Amy and Metal Sonic looking like themselves.
mm,
It is just one way that they're trying to pay homage and respect to the source material while telling their own story. Like Sonic Movie 1 is literal creature from another planet trying to establish himself on a new world story with
mhm,
buddy cop tropes and all that.
yes,
Um Movie 2 is basically a combination of Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 on the Genesis, using certain plot lines and robotic elements from Eggman, while having Sonic meet Tails as his sidekick, fighting Eggman and Knuckles teaming up or with each other against Sonic to basically get the Master Emerald, which is also the 7 Chaos Emeralds, defeating the Death Egg robot and saving Green Hills, Montana, which is just a reference to Green Hill Zone. And then Sonic Movie 3 is the Sonic Adventure 2 adaptation, where they had Gerald Robotnik, Maria, Shadow, the space colony Ark, built by Gerald with Eggman's assistance, Live and Learn, arguably one of the most popular Sonic songs ever, being Shadow's entire musical motif, going so far as to hire the original composer and vocalist from the games to do another version for the movie soundtrack that played in the
Mm.
background of the climactic battle. So yeah, they're telling their own stories using human characters to sometimes move story beats along. But if you're a Sonic fan at all, even just a little, you'll know enough about what's going on going into the movies to be able to be like, yeah, yeah, this is a Sonic plot. I can get behind this. And then just another thing that I adore that again, these movies get it right in terms of PR and care for source material in my eyes. Colleen O'Shaughnessy, the voice actress for Tails in the video games, was also selected to voice Tails in the movies and anything going forward in that universe featuring Tails.
Mm.
During the original promotional run with posters and stuff, and they shared the posters on socials, fans cried out, "Hey, wait a minute! Where's Tails? Where's Colleen?
Mhm.
Why isn't that happening? She's like known to be a voiceover artist. She's in your movie. What gives?" So they recalled all previously distributed posters that didn't mention Colleen's credit,
Mhm.
then shipped new ones out mentioning Colleen as Tails with the same presence and billing as Ben Schwartz as Sonic, Jim Carrey as Eggman, Idris Elba as Knuckles,
Mhm.
and then they gave Tails his own poster. I mean, all the characters had their own posters. All the other three had the posters, and of course,
Sure.
Keanu Reeves as Shadow.
Mhm.
But then Tails got their own poster with
Nice.
Colleen's credit on it. So they're just respecting the talent, respecting the fans, respecting the source material. And when the fans are like, "This is odd. Why did you do this?" and they don't have an answer, they're just like, "You know what? You're right. Let's work on that. Come on, huddle up, team." And going back to the ugly Sonic design for a second for a brief tangent, Ugly Sonic was given his own character identity in a Disney movie, which was a reboot of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Mhm.
You meet him at a Toon convention because Ugly Sonic lives in this Toon town apparently.
Mhm.
Um and yeah, they play up the meme that he was the Ugly Sonic design before they went with some other guy. But by the end of that movie, Ugly Sonic is given a starring role on a detective show because he played an instrumental part in helping Chip and Dale solve a mystery that they got roped into. And it feels like, at least to me, and I mean, absolutely no bias at all, um, that when in this new wave of Sonic movie content, they're really they do really care about the source material and even the in jokes. Like they respect where it's coming from. They pay homage to it. They're like, yeah, we know it's this. You know it's this. But follow us on this path for a second.
Mhm.
Let entertain the story we want to tell. Is it good? Is it not? Eh. And that sort of Disney crossover aspect reminds me of another original video game movie that we would be remiss not to talk about. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes.
It's it is crossover video game crossover heaven.
Mhm.
To the point where Ralph is in a Reformed Villains Anonymous meeting with the likes of Bowser, Eggman, Zangief, the Pac-Man ghosts, I think someone from Dig Dug, just all sorts of well-known arcade villains.
Kano from Mortal Kombat,
Oh
the
yeah, he was there.
zombie from House of the Dead with the axes.
Mhm. And then just one more little Sonic tidbit because of the OG cartoons. There was this segment called Sonic Says, where Sonic talks about a life lesson that kids need to learn. In both of the Wreck-It Ralph movies, Sonic is played up to be that kind of guide character for Ralph. Like,
Is the same voice actor of the Sonic movies used for that?
no.
Or
For that one, they got Roger Craig Smith, Sonic voice from the games, which
gotcha.
nice touch because video game Sonic voice. It makes sense. Yes. But in Wreck It Ralph 1, he was basically telling all of the characters not to cross over to different games because if they die outside their own game, it's like permadeath.
Mhm.
And in Wreck It Ralph 2, because Ralph reads Wi-Fi as Wi-Fi, I think, Sonic corrects the pronunciation and describes what Wi-Fi is and how it connects to the internet and stuff. Like the Sonic Says segments.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, I love how they made Sonic this omnipotent guide character, especially on the internet, because of the rabid fan base online. It just
Yeah.
taking care of the source material from all angles with that hedgehog, man.
So there's been a lot of movies that have come out. In the past, they were video game adaptations that were horrible, atrocious, even, or had nothing to do with the source material or went completely in a different direction. We
Unjustifiably off the rails, I will say.
Yes. We would be remiss if we did not mention Yui Boll, who was a director of such movie video game franchises as Blood Rain and all of its sequels, Postal and all of its sequels, Alone in the Dark and its subsequent sequels as well. This guy uh, basically made video game movies into shit. Made horrible shit-filled movies that everyone talks about, not because they were good, but because they were fucking horrible, to the point where he invited any journalist that disagreed with his vision of the movie to fight him in a boxing ring.
Which would be hysterical if they somehow turned those fights into a Super Punch-Out movie. Please continue.
Some journalists took him up on this
Oh my god!
and got their asses handed to them because this guy is actually, I believe, trained to be a boxer at one point, or does, Taibo or learned whatever to, or learned little bits and actually goes to the gym or whatever. But yeah, some people actually said, yeah, fuck, I'll fight you, and got their asses handed to them. But we don't talk about this guy because he made great movies, because he fought his critics. We talk about him because of the horrible nature of movie video game adaptations, to the point to where now we have video game movies and video game series,
Oh
live
yeah.
action series that are very, very closely tied to their source material. We have uh critically acclaimed TV shows from HBO with their Last of Us series. We have a critically acclaimed TV series like Fallout on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
So we have Like a Dragon, which was also on Prime, but not very critically acclaimed, unfortunately, even though it's one of my favorite video game franchises.
Same
Um,
here, and I feel like a dingle hopper for completely forgetting about it for a while.
And we also have a lot of foreign video game films that were made but never brought to the States, that are so closely tied into the source material that it is almost a parody of the source material. Because there is a video game franchise that I really love that is called the Ace Attorney series.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Yes. Uh, in that, they have made a movie of I wanna say the first 2 big cases, or maybe the
Hmm.
first big case, to the point where, um, they make so in the game, when you win a case, confetti falls from the sky in the courtroom.
That would never hold up in an actual court of law, but continue.
In the movie adaptation, when our main character wins his trial, somebody comes with a bucket and just throws confetti into the air right in front of them, and then
Oh my
proceeds to
god.
sweep it up. I think we should watch this movie together, Grant, because I think it would be
Oh my
hilarious.
god.
But, it's very over the top for a movie, let alone the game series itself, because a lot of the stuff in the game series, is portrayed in this live action, and the way it's done is just very funny. There have been a lot of different, video game adaptations over the years, books. I'm reminded of Resident Evil and their short, book series that they had that tied all of this stuff together in a very, cool, narrative, satisfying way. Um,
Mhm.
and then you had, of course, Resident Evil, movie franchise that has been just crazy in terms of where it's going and how it introduces characters and tying them into the old games and then tying them into new games, but not really. They're the ones that took their franchise, their movie franchise, and very loosely tied it into the main canon of the video game
Okay.
franchise, but have been kind of doing this weird, like, you know, interweaving of lore between the games and the movie franchise. Um,
Mhm. If I
there's
may,
yes.
another movie video game franchise interplay that I'm reminded of when you describe it like that is Final Fantasy VII. Because
Yes.
originally we got the plot line of Final Fantasy VII, then we got Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, the movie,
Mhm.
but now in the remake trilogy, the remake trilogy is taking aspects of Advent Children and weaving those aspects of certain aspects of Advent Children into the plot of Final Fantasy VII itself.
And I need to get back to playing Final Fantasy VII, what is it? Intergrade? Not Intergrade,
Did you play all
I
of
played the
part 1
first
with
one.
did you play
Yes,
Yuffie's section of part
I
1?
did.
That's Integrate. You're looking at Rebirth. That's
That's
part
the
2.
one. I need to finish that game. Um But it's just so fascinating to see how something that was shunned in the past, that wasn't believed in the past, has made a resurgence, amongst our time.
In such a
Because
satisfying way, no less.
yes,
For the
yes, I mean,
most part, at
we have
least.
the Mario Brothers movie that was very successful, so much that
It's getting a
they have
sequel in
the
April.
sequel coming out very soon. My kiddo is very excited about it, very excited about meeting Yoshi. Um,
Oh,
and then
that takes me back to the beginning of the episode for a second where, in the OG Mario movie at the very end, Yoshi wasn't green. I
nope.
don't know why they made that choice since, first Yoshi we ever meet in the games is green. But
Mhm,
they also kind of I don't know. I saw a lot of visual homage to when in the trailers for the Mario Galaxy movie, which let's face it, from the places shown off so far, it should really be called the Mario Odyssey movie
oh yeah,
because they're pulling
100%.
from a lot of Odyssey locations.
Mhm,
Um, but they, the Mario Brothers meeting Yoshi with the slow reveal of his face in a cave-like setting, that
mhm.
gave me flashbacks to meeting Yoshi in the either a cave or the sewers from the very end of the OG Mario movie. But
Ah, I thought that Yoshi was, Princess Daisy's pet that was given to her by King Koopa.
I
That's how
just
I
remember
remember,
I
Yoshi in
like
that old movie.
that is fair because the scene I'm thinking of does also feature Daisy as someone who introduces the brothers to Yoshi. But
Mhm,
I just remember the dark setting where they're kind of scared of the dinosaur, stuff
mhm.
like that. They paid homage to that in the introduction of Yoshi in the Mario Galaxy movie. And like I got those flashbacks when I saw the trailer for the first time. But knowing that Yoshi looks and sounds, because they got the original Yoshi voice actor in Japan to do the Yoshi sounds and Yoshi
Nice.
voice for the movie, looks and sounds like Yoshi.
Mhm.
But then the very calm, almost sweet and tender remix of the Super Mario World athletic theme playing in the background for the reveal. in the
Mhm,
trailer.
mhm,
Just that is how you introduce a Yoshi in a
mm.
Mario movie. Like, even if you are taking homage from the original movie, where I'm still, it Jumpman being afraid of jumping. Just I can't fathom it. Maybe that's one of the reasons why one of and another one is something too adult for this podcast, but what that's one of the reasons why Miyamoto was so adamant about his characters not being in movies in Hollywood. It was that movie, the one I'm not going to touch on, and the OG Mario movie. Just making him go like, you know what? Nope, nope, we're not doing this. We're
Wait,
sticking to the games.
which one are you talking about that we're not talking about?
I'll give you four initials, and that'll give you the idea.
Okay.
NSFW. There is an NSFW Mario parody movie that apparently Nintendo and Miyamoto bought all copies of to prevent distribution. And the fact that that parody existed and they just didn't, they were just like, no, we don't want Mario characters doing this. Um, Shut them out from movies for a long time.
Grant, I have a quest for us.
I don't think I like the sound of this quest. Continue.
I'll talk to you about it off stream. Anyways, anyways, we we have had so many, and like I said, we can't talk on every single thing that has come out. Uh
Or else
I'm
we'd be
just
here all day.
I'm just excited the fact that like uh our upbringing, right? Because a lot of these movies, a lot of these characters were from when we were kids, are now
Hmm.
getting the respect that they deserve, that that we wanted to see when we were kids. And now we're getting to share it with our kids. Like, I'm
Aren't
very happy that I get to show, the Mario Brothers and the sequel to my little kid who loves Mario, loves Sonic, and I'm super excited to get to share that with him. And I
and it's
think
also just
that's
our childhoods are being vindicated, you know?
Mhm,
Like, these characters, these worlds, these properties have been around since we were small. And now that they are being given, as you said, the respect they deserve, it shows how long lasting and timeless they are, and the kinds of impressions they can have on our generation when we finally get to live through the experiences we wanted as a kid, but also, like you said, share them with the ones we love.
mhm, mhm.
It's it's a good time to be a gamer consuming media
Yes.
in 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 this our year of 2026.
Mhm. I have a question for you, Grant.
And I may have an answer for you.
Do you think Do you think that Mario will sacrifice Yoshi to make a bigger jump in this movie? Or that they will make some kind of reference to it?
I feel like if they were to tread on that, it would be a reference, but I think the reference would be a planned strategy.
Mhm,
And I feel like it would be some sort of castle or fortress infiltration where they see two floors,
mhm.
and maybe Yoshi would take the lower path while giving Mario the boost to take the upper path.
That sounds like exactly what would happen, because
I
there's
feel
no way that they would sacrifice Yoshi.
like, and it's a similar question to what the fans were asking in Sonic Movie 3. Are they actually going to show Maria Robotnik getting shot like they showed in Sonic Adventure 2 and then multiple times in Shadow the Hedgehog? The answer is no, but they kept that aspect of the plot and Gerald Robotnik and Shadow's respective motivations.
Mm,
So
mm,
they didn't show Maria getting shot, but they did show the Guardian Unit of Nations, basically the Sonic World's military,
mhm,
raiding Professor Gerald's research lab on the Ark where Maria and Shadow lived. Um, they did show the raid. They did show the aftermath. They did show a dead Maria, but they did not show the process by which Maria was made to be dead.
Mm,
So
mm.
I feel like if they are going to touch on it, it's going to be done in a classy way that doesn't cause Yoshi to be a sacrificial dinosaur down a bottomless pit.
So I'm very excited for the second Mario movie. I hope that you can come down to watch it with me and the kiddo, because I know he would love for you to be here to watch it with
I
him.
will bring my Mario Odyssey cappy hat. Just we gotta plan it in advance. I will speak in the voice at the theater, the Martinet voice, not the Pratt one. And
Yes.
yeah, I would love to be there for that experience.
Awesome. That brings us to our next little bit, Grant. We usually end our podcast by playing a game of some sort.
Yeah.
Seeing as we've been talking about movies and video games, I thought, what better way to kind of test your video game knowledge
Okay.
by giving you a quiz on lines from video games.
Hang on
And
just 1 second. I am sorry. I have a Super Banter Tango on my chair right now, and he was just biting my bicep. So
oof,
I needed to lure him away from that.
tasty bicep.
Uh, does Tango know that I'm working out? I did not expect that from him. Anyway, um, Tango, why are you biting Dad's bicep live on a podcast? We love having you as a guest, but not if you bite me. Hey, come on. Stop it. Don't destroy my chair. Buddy, buddy, look at you. I thought you were a cat, not a ham. You're stealing the show right now. Anyway, sorry about that. You're testing my knowledge with video games. Please
So
continue.
I'm going to give you a line from a video game, and
Okay.
uh, you're going to tell me if you who it's by
Okay.
and what game it's from. And I'm not going
Okay.
to give you any clues on it. And I have handpicked a couple of them so
Oh
that
boy.
it's not as difficult as it could be.
I appreciate that, and I will take this for the next time I craft us something for this show.
All right, here you go.
Hmm.
The first one. It's a me, Mario.
Wow! Starting with a dead giveaway. That is from originally Super Mario 64. Mario says it, Martinet's voice, and
Mhm.
it's when the big Mario head flies in before you press the start button to select your file.
You are correct. Next one. Finish him.
The announcer from Mortal Kombat.
You are correct.
Oh boy, this is a
Uh,
stumper.
yeah, I know, right? Uh, let's see. The next one is it's more important to master the cards you're holding than to complain about the ones your opponent was dealt.
It's more important to master the cards you're holding than to complain about the cards your opponent was dealt?
Yes.
Hmm. So clearly this is something related to trading cards. Um
Kind of. Kind of. It is related to one of your favorite series.
oh boy. Okay, so you said video games. And
Video games.
one of my favorite Okay.
I see
You
the
you
wheels turning.
you said it was my favorite one of my favorite series. There is a game in Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, where
Not a Kingdom Hearts game.
okay, it's not Kingdom Hearts.
It is from a Pokemon game. I know I said I wasn't gonna give you any hints, but
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is probably from some sort of tutorial segment in the Pokemon TCG uh Game Boy Color game, if I had to guess.
incorrect.
What?
Does the name Grimsley hold any meaning to you?
Yes, this he is one of the Elite Four from Pokemon Black and White.
That is who says it, and that is it the game that it's from.
Oh my god. Like, I guess I needed that way in for that one. Just unfortunate fact for me, I guess. I kind of dipped out of Pokemon for a while in Gen
Oh.
5. Like,
Oh.
I was a big fan in Gen 1 and 2.
Mhm.
Gen 3, because Gotta Catch 'em All became a lie, I kinda dipped out outside of, Colosseum and XD for the GameCube. Then
Mhm.
in Gen 4, with Diamond, Pearl, and the Johto game remakes, my favorite games of all time in the series so far, I surged back in. Gen 5, kinda dipped back out. Then, because I had another friend who convinced me to get the Gen 6 games, I jumped back in, and I've been steady ever since.
Gotcha. Alright, here's your next one. Although my heart may be weak, it's not alone. My friends are my power.
Kingdom Hearts 1 after he topples OG Zemnis.
I'm gonna give you a hard one. I don't know if you're ever gonna get this one because it's not in the
That's
wheelhouse of
encouraging.
games, but
That's encouraging.
if you do get it, I will be impressed.
Okay.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. My brain instinctively tags that to a Persona something.
No, not a Persona game.
Hmm.
One hint, it is a game that is heavily, uh, heavily, engrossed in different time eras.
Engrossed in different time eras.
The franchise itself.
Hmm. Not Time Crisis. I don't think.
A game tied to stealth.
Tied to Metal Gear Solid?
No. It is from Assassin's Creed.
Oh my
Like I said,
god.
you wouldn't have gotten it, but if you did, I would have been super impressed. You ready for
I
next
still
one?
don't I still don't know which assassin in which game said it, but uh
It's, either, Ezio or Altair, which was the
got it.
first game.
Got it.
"Get over here."
Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
"Hey, you got one. Let's
Hooray!
go."
I my nerd card isn't entirely revoked.
This one you might get, but I'm not sure. "It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum."
Duke Nukem.
Hey, there it is, you got it.
Big the Cat. He was also the original voice of Big the Cat, the Sonic Adventure games, and I saw a TikTok where he had Big the Cat say that.
Everything ties back to Sonic.
Unf Hey, you know what? If it's a good anchor point, it's a good anchor point. Don't judge.
Here's the next one.
Okay.
War. War never changes.
That's Snake from Metal Gear Solid. I wanna say
Yes
Metal Gear
and
Solid.
no, because it's said in multiple games. That was a trick question.
You ne mm. So
Originally technically,
technically,
yes.
I did get it right, but I didn't know
Technically,
the
yes.
origin or oh my god, that is sneaky. That is as stealthy as the Solid Snake from the game I just mentioned.
There you
Anyway,
go.
continue.
From, Ron Perlman, the narrator in the Fallout 3 game.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
And then let's see. This is my favorite. Uh, I really don't know if you'll get this one, but I'm very, very excited to find out. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Oh, I've heard this quote. I why what brain come on. I like the way the voice you chose. I really hope you didn't voice that to throw me off the scent. It Oh God. I feel the voice you did made me think it was for another Metal Gear Solid quote. Okay. It's not Psycho Mantis. I just remember the name. Ugh. Um ugh.
Here's your clue. It is tied to an old series that was that had many different iterations of the franchise.
Tied to an old series with many iterations. That makes me think of Final Fantasy, but the voice you made didn't connect it to Final Fantasy in my mind. And the fact that you're not saying anything means that I'm probably close.
No,
Um,
you're not a
okay.
Final Fantasy game. It
Okay.
is I'll give you another clue that might give it away. It is tied to a franchise of games that would be considered, Metroidvania in their styles.
Castlevania?
Yes, but which one?
Oh god, I am not familiar with this. Um,
And who do you think would have said it?
I feel like I feel like hmm, I'm torn between Dracula and Alucard.
You're correct, it was Dracula, and Alucard is in this game.
Um, Castlevania Symphony of the Night?
You are correct.
Okay.
It is one of the most memed lines in Castlevania, game history.
It took a couple hints, but you steered me in the right direction.
And finally, we have we both said a lot of things that you're going to regret, but I think we can put our differences behind us for science, you monster.
That one was GLaDOS from Portal.
You are correct, Portal 2 specifically, but yes, I will give it to you. Congratulations, Grant. You got most of them and did not get any, uh, and needed very few hints. So congratulations.
I as long as my nerd card is still at least somewhat intact, I will take it. Uh,
Well, that has been our episode. We have talked, like I said, glossed over a lot of the uh, video game adaptations that we grew up with, that we are now experiencing in this renaissance of new content, because new content is old content, except it was recycled. So you know
mhm.
that's what that is. We hope to bring you new content every week. We have episodes that come out on Mondays on both uh, platforms of YouTube if you want to see us face to face, or if you are driving in the car or doing chores or anything like that, you can listen to us through your favorite podcasting source, because we are
Mhm.
also on those. So yeah, come listen to us, come watch us, interact with us. We have TikToks, we have YouTubes, we have Instagrams, we have all those things.
Yes,
So
we do.
interact
And
with us, let us know what you want to talk about.
And also, just for this episode specifically, if there is any sort of, visual video game adaptation that we missed, like we could have covered Sonic Prime, we could have covered the Pokemon anime itself. If
Mhm,
there's anything else like that that we missed, let us know wherever you see your comment section, wherever on whatever platform you're partaking us on, to let us know what your favorite video game adaptation was, your favorite screen based video game adaptation was. Because who knows? It may trigger some memories for both of us too.
mhm. I have been Super Banter Brother Donut.
And I have been Super Banter Bro, Grant Patrizio.
Good night, everybody.